Let me talk my shit now. Let me talk my shit.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another dope episode of the BUMIS Not Buns podcast. This is season 2, episode number 2, featuring the good homie Corey, aka Ink Slaves. What's good, homie?
What's going on, man?
You straight?
Thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely, bro. Thank you for coming through, first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? We got to chop it up a little bit before we got in here.
Yeah.
Good person, dude. You know what I'm saying? Really good person. I fucks with you already.
Appreciate it.
Feel
I
me?
can feel the vibe, feel the energies already.
Hell yeah, you know it. So, Corey, tell us a little something about yourself, bro. What do you do? You know what I'm saying? Who are you? Where you from? You know what I'm saying? Break it down a little bit.
So I'm the owner, the creator of Ink Slaves Clothing and Apparel.
Okay.
I started in 2015. I'm from Montgomery
2015.
Village, Maryland, and Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Okay. That's what's up. So how did you get started into this? Like, what was that initial spark for you that said damn, I want to pursue clothing, you know what I'm saying? Let alone ink slaves clothing.
I mean, the spark came from when I was a youngin'. I've always knew since I was young that I wanted to do clothes.
Oh,
and
dope.
make clothes and stuff like that. So the spark been there since I was a kid.
Okay.
I guess the spark to actually get started came when I was 25, and I was just working. I was working at a glass company, and I mean I was making decent money, but I wasn't really happy. I felt like I wasn't fulfilling my purpose.
Right.
And I'm like, I got this desire to do clothes, but all I keep doing is thinking about it, and it's just I quit my job and was like, man, I need to go ahead and start.
Yeah.
So it was just a quick little.
Did you quit your job before you started, or did you start as you were working?
Nah, I
your
quit
job?
before I started.
Damn, so you just took a
but
chance.
I ended up having little jobs along the way.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I just
Cool.
quit that joint and got started with the brand.
Right.
And then I went and got little side jobs throughout
Okay.
the years, the beginning years of me building the brand.
Dope. So what was do you remember that first piece of clothing that you designed? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it was crazy because my tattoo artist at the time, me and him sat down and designed the first logo.
Okay.
And I just remember being at his house and was like, man, I want to start my clothing line.
Hell yeah.
He pulled the laptop out and we just got to designing something.
Yeah. that's
Came
what's
up. We went through 10 different designs until I found one that I was like, that's the
That's
one.
the one.
And
You stuck with
literally
it?
that week, I went and got blank T-shirts.
Uh-huh.
Knew somebody that was doing screen printing.
Okay.
Went and got them joints screen printed.
Okay.
So within 2 weeks, I had 2 designs, had 40 T-shirts, 20 of each.
Damn.
And I just randomly posted on Facebook, new shirts, new clothing line.
Mm-hmm.
There was no special release or launch or nothing. It was just random,
Yeah.
out the blue.
Just felt it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So why they inked up? Why ink slaves though? I see you tatted up, you know what I'm saying? I feel
Yeah.
I'm,
So
I'm here with
the
you.
ink slaves came pretty much from the lifestyle I'm living, of course, being all inked up or whatever.
Right.
But I went through 10 different names for a clothing line.
Okay.
And that was just the name that stuck. It rolls off the tongue good. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
It can be, it can be a conversation starter
Right.
because you say ink slaves and it's depending on how a person takes it, it's what is that? What does that mean? It's just something that sits on somebody's mind when you mention it.
So what if someone were to say, "Are you a slave to the ink?" How would you respond to that?
That's actually what I used to say. When
Okay.
people used to be like, man, you're getting too many tattoos. Why are you getting so many tattoos? I'm like, I'm a slave to the ink, just joking.
Yeah.
So that's why when I said ink slaves, it kind of just rolled off the tongue.
Right.
And it was just man, I can hear people saying this.
Mm-hmm.
And that was always my thing. Can I hear people saying it? Can I hear
Yeah.
people saying, oh, yeah, I just went and got some new ink slaves, or, oh, that new ink slaves drip about to drop, or...
Mm-hmm.
And the more I said it, the more I could hear other people saying it.
Yeah.
And it was just yeah, this is the one.
I fuck with it. So when you have say for instance models, highlighting your work, are you making sure that whoever's wearing your clothing and your portrayal of your brand is inked up? Or can it just be anybody that you would have just highlighting the
Yeah,
clothes?
not necessarily. You don't have to have tattoos.
Mhm.
I don't look for people that's tatted up the model.
Okay.
Just people. When I do the modeling stuff, I
Uh-huh.
look for people that's really into modeling.
Okay.
Because
cool.
I like I said, I respect people's crafts.
Right.
So I don't want to just pull anybody and say, hey, model this for me.
Yeah.
When I get people to model, I try to find people that respectively are trying to build a portfolio in modeling, which you don't have to have tattoos to model the brand. You don't even have to have tattoos to rock the brand or rep the brand.
Dope.
You know, like I've explained to people before, like ink slaves is deeper than tattoos. You know, it's more about like just ink in general. Like Picasso was an ink slave, and he probably ain't had no tattoos. You know, architecture, people, you know, writing out blueprints in ink. Artists, rappers, write they raps in ink. A poet, an author.
Okay.
I mean, people that write screenplays and stuff. Everything is done with ink. So you could be a slave to the ink in many ways.
Hell yeah.
So it's definitely deeper than tattoos.
That's what's up. Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention. Check this out, Corey. Biggest influence, who? Why?
Biggest influence? Oh, man. I'm going to have to say Nipsey.
Come on, man.
That's self-explanatory, I
Come
feel like.
on, man.
If you know Nipsey, you really, there's no explanation
That's
behind
my
that.
biggest influence, bro.
Yeah.
That's my biggest influence as well. Yeah, I got Nipsey tatted on my calf.
Hey, stop playing.
Yeah, I got Nipsey tatted on my calf. And I seen you got him tatted on your
Okay,
calf,
I
too.
was about to say,
yeah.
I got him right there, too. That's crazy.
That's fire.
I think a lot of people are inspired by him.
Absolutely.
And more so even after he passed.
Yeah.
Because the legacy he left behind is crazy.
The marathon continues.
And when you go and dig up his catalog, you go dig up his interviews. I mean,
and he was
to
very
say he don't drop gems is...
I was about to say he was very well spoken.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And not even just that, but it's like he could see the future.
Yeah.
You know, like he was planning ahead of time. He wasn't just living in the moment.
I truly believe Nipsey was a prophet, bro.
I had that argument with somebody when he passed.
Yeah.
On Facebook, I said that, and it stirred up a whole bunch of shit.
A whole spiral.
How can you say that? I'm like, listen.
I even made a song about Nipsey. It's called Hermes, because that was his name.
Okay.
So I was like, rest in peace to a prophet. You know what I mean? That was like the first bar, first line of his joint. He's just a major influence, bro. So that's what's up.
You know, people say, what would Jesus do?
What would Nip do?
I'll be saying, what would Nip do?
Nah, he was
like,
very...
I realize being in situations, and I'd be like, damn, what would Nip do?
He just was so composed. You know what I'm saying? But he got everything done. Like, he was assertive but mad composed. So everything was just official. So it's like you couldn't really question what Nip said, because, like, Nip was as 100 as possible. You know what I'm saying? I never met him, but from my visual, from what I could see, dog, I would have loved to have met him just to have a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. That's one thing I'm like, man, I wish I would have been able to at least have a conversation with him at some point.
Because he would have just dropped one gem, and that shit would have fueled your life.
Yeah, but you know that's what the interviews are for, man. You go back and watch them joints. I still go back and rewatch his interviews, even though I've watched the same interview 100 times.
Nah, that's fuel, bro.
And I'm always picking, you know.
Pieces. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I be uploading like an interview every week, bro. On some real shit.
I see his stuff on Instagram all the time on like the
on the reels,
mindset pages and all that. Like, you know how they be sharing
the affirmations and all those.
Yeah, I be always sharing them joints.
That's what's up, man. So let's get into it a little bit, bro. We about to get into our interactive game.
Okay.
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right. This is part of the segment called Bummy Pong. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. You know how to play the game, bro?
Yes, sir. I know how to play.
How you play the game?
I'm going to show you how.
All right, man. You get 3 shots. You got to make 3. At least 3. Come on.
Right here?
Yeah, right there.
Okay. Let's go.
Let's get it. Let's go.
One eternity later.
Hey, there we go.
Time.
There
About
we
time.
go.
Got one.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
Appreciate you.
All right. The name of this challenge is called Who Am I?
Who am I? Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna describe someone, and they are related to your field. You know what I mean? In some way, shape, or form. I'm gonna describe them, and you gotta name who they are.
Okay.
If you can't, can y'all get the door? Oh, never mind. So if you can't name who they are, you gotta take a shot.
Okay.
All right.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. What's up, Frankie? What's poppin'? All right. Tatted from head to toe, I have been known to rock and roll. The drums are what I play, and I got married the other day.
Travis Barker.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, look, real quick. The reason why I knew who that was off the rip
Uh-huh.
is because ever since I was a youngin',
Yeah.
ever since I was a kid, I knew I wanted to be tatted like him.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, when Blink
Okay.
182 and them came out, and
Yeah.
I seen him, I was like, yeah, when I get old, I'm gonna be tatted like that.
Yaddy.
So, yeah, I already knew.
It was given. All right, let's go. Next shot. Ooh.
Oh, that was about to be a
Getting
double.
close. Y'all got it? Okay. Aim's getting there. The aim's there. Let's get it.
It been a minute. I'm rusty.
All right.
Once I get in there, though.
Come on. Thank you, buddy. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got. Oh, the name of this game is called Sound Familiar.
Sound familiar. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna just say something, you know what I mean? And you gotta give a description of it. All right?
Okay.
1972 Miami Dolphins.
Undefeated.
Undefeated. Okay, get some breakdown to it.
Huh?
Get some breakdown to it, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I know they beat the Redskins.
So would you say Dolphins are your team?
Yes, sir. I got it tatted right here.
Okay. There it is.
That's funny you said that, young.
Uh-huh. I mean, we do our research, bro.
Oh, all right.
You
bro.
feel me? All right, check this out. Next one is Contagious.
A good book.
Okay.
Jonah Berger.
Jonah Berger.
Yeah.
Okay. Get some breakdown to it. What's that book about?
So I actually got that book from Nipsey. So you know how he
Fire.
dropped a mixtape and he was charging $100 for a mixtape.
Yeah.
Well, in that book, it talks about a restaurant in Philly
Okay.
that opened up and was charging $100 for a cheesesteak.
Okay.
And it talks about being contagious. So people were like, how are you going to charge $100 for a cheesesteak, right? Well, what happened was it started a conversation.
Right.
Now everybody's talking. It was like free promotion. Like, yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to charge $100 for this cup. And whether people buy it or not, everybody going to talk about it.
It was a topic of
And now it
debate.
becomes contagious and everybody is, talking about it. And somebody's bound to come check it out.
Right.
And I looked it up. It's actually not just a regular cheesesteak. It's like filet mignon steak.
Oh, okay.
The peppers and the cheese that they use is like the highest quality.
Dope.
You get a half a bottle of champagne with it.
So
I'm planning on taking a trip to Philly one day and trying that joint.
hit me up. I'm trying to go with you.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. That's what's up, man. So that would sound familiar. You feel me? Give it up. Last shot. Let's get it. Come on.
Come on.
Ooh. Oh. Let's go. There it is. All right. Name of this one is Name That Tat.
Okay.
All right, so I'm pull up some pictures in my phone. I'm just gonna show you a picture. You gotta name who it is.
Okay, bet.
Okay.
McGregor.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Yes,
go.
sir.
I'm going to still take a shot.
All right, there it is. All right, next one.
Wiz.
Yes, sir. All right.
Jamie Foxx.
Yes, sir. Cool. All right.
Wayne.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
that was easy.
All right. Oh, it's a tricky one.
Yeah, you might have stumped me with that one.
All right, take that shot, man.
Who is that?
Bieber. Justin Bieber.
I ain't know he was tatted like that. That's
Yo,
crazy.
He's tatted up, bro.
That's crazy.
All right.
I feel like I know who that is. Oh my God, who is that? I remember them. I remember somebody having a. Who is that?
Take that shot.
That Mac Miller?
Nah.
Nah.
Chris Brown.
I knew I remember somebody getting a Jordan joint on their face.
Come on, son. Son.
I don't know who that is.
That's tough. That's Britannia.
Britannia.
You ever seen The Flavor of Love?
Go ahead. I ain't seen her in like 10 years.
That's Britannia.
That's crazy.
Britannia been killing it.
That was my little boo, too, back in the day. I can't believe I ain't know that.
What? All right, this easy.
Nip.
Come on now. All right, last one.
Rihanna.
Yes, sir. All right, give it up.
What am I scoring? I missed like 2 joints, right?
Yeah, 2. All right, Coy, in your opinion, bro, why are tattoos important to our society?
Why are tattoos important to society?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say necessarily tattoos are important to society.
Okay.
But I would say that people who have tattoos, it's important for them to not hide their tattoos.
Okay. Yeah.
And I get that a lot. Like people say, "Oh man, I wish I could get my hands tatted or my neck tatted."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always like, "Well, why can't you?
Right.
Like, why are you hiding your tats from the world?
Mm-hmm.
Like people want to get tats on their shoulder because they don't. Oh, I can hide it. Well, what's the point of getting it if you can't?
Very true.
You can't show it off.
A lot of people say my job, I'm in the corporate
That's
industry.
the number one thing. But my thing
saying?
is, does having tattoos on your hands, neck, face really take away from you having the ability to do anything?
Absolutely
Does it
not.
really take away from your intellect? You
No,
know,
sir.
if you're an engineer, are you any smarter or dumber if you got them on your hand or your neck
Right.
as opposed to on your shoulder or hidden somewhere?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
I think it's a blue collar industry. You know what I'm saying? That's a stigma that they have. You feel me?
yeah. But I think nowadays it's becoming more and more acceptable.
Yeah.
I'm seeing more and more people tatted up.
Yeah, for sure. I be seeing cops tatted. You know what I'm saying?
Cops, businessmen,
And for the longest, they
doctors,
said they couldn't.
lawyers. I mean, it's really becoming like the new normal thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas opposed to 20, 30 years ago, oh, that's a
Shit.
badass right there, or da-da-da. Like,
Right.
now it's like the most normal thing for real.
Man, have you ever been out the country?
Mhm.
Have you ever been out the country?
Nah.
So if you go to like Japan or like any of those like foreign places, like let's say Japan, Yakuza. Are you
That's
familiar
actually
with Yakuza?
one of my bucket list places to go to, Japan.
That's my number one. I think I'm going next year with a good homie of mine, for sure. But if you're like American and you're tatted up out there, they kind of look at you, from what I've been told, they kind of look at you crazy. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? Yeah. So just keep that in mind. Like I would probably do a little bit of research into it yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just to get that idea before you go in, so you know what you're getting yourself involved with. You feel me?
Okay.
But I'll let you know how the trip goes. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
bad.
'Cause,
But yeah, I know different cultures got different views on it.
Yeah.
But just for America itself,
Uh-huh.
tattoos, I feel like has become the normal.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that 100%. So, check this out. What what piece of advice could you give like to the next like clothing designer, you know what I'm saying, who's coming up, who doesn't know how to get his foot or her foot into the, stepping into the door, or at least into the doorway?
Like just for clothing, definitely research.
Research?
Yeah, research. Like take your time, don't rush it, and research. Learn the different qualities of clothing. You know,
Okay.
learn what ring spun cotton is and what polyester is, and learn the different
Textures,
fabrics.
yeah.
Learn the different technologies. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but the technical terms are like screen print, vinyl,
Right.
direct to garment, embroidery. Like study all that. Study and research all that.
So
So
wh-
you know what you're talking about when you talk to these manufacturers.
Absolutely.
So you know what you want. Like I want screen print, I want embroidery, or so you have the knowledge on it.
And there's like a difference between what drop shipping and buying in bulk or something like that.
Yeah, I personally don't support the drop shipping method.
Okay.
I feel like that's a little lazy and kind of.
Can you break that down for people who don't know what the differences between?
So the drop shipping is like basically you design a shirt and you put it on the website, but it's just a mock-up, and people order it, and then there's like a third party that makes it and ships it directly to the person, so you never even touch the shirt.
Yeah.
And to me, that's like I can't really respect your craft if that's how you doing it, because you're kind of just like, if the shirt's $40, if I go on your website and I pay $40 for it, you're just getting like a little 10, 15 for it. You're just taking a little bit off the top, and then the third party place is making it for you and sending
it
it
up.
to the customer directly,
Right.
and you ain't never touching the shirt.
Yeah, it's kind of like you the middleman.
Yeah, of your own business.
Of
And
your
it's
own
kind of
business.
like,
Yeah.
how can you stand behind your quality if you've never even touched the shirt?
That's facts.
You know, how can you even sit there and say that you got the best quality or that you got, you know, top tier quality if you ain't never even touched the shirt yourself?
You got to touch some samples, man.
That,
you know what I'm saying?
and I tell people all the time, if you have a clothing line, keep a box of clothes in your trunk, whether it's hats, T-shirts, whatever it is you selling.
Hell yeah.
Don't just stick to the website. Have some shit in your trunk.
Hell yeah.
Because I can't tell you how many times I've pulled up on somebody or pulled up somewhere and somebody was like, yo, you got something on you?
Hey,
and I popped
yo,
the
you
trunk.
got something on you, bro?
Yeah.
You got something in the
Well,
in
you
the,
know
in
I
the
got
trunk?
the van now, so
All right, so we going to have to cop something
I
tonight.
got everything in the van.
I know she excited.
I got everything in the van, but
I bet.
before I had the van, when I was just out the trunk of my car,
Yeah.
I would have like 2 or 3 boxes in the trunk
Mm-hmm.
with shirts, hats, socks, whatever. And, you know, no matter where I pulled up at, I had something for somebody to buy.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's been a few times where I've called a couple brands out and about, and I'm like, yo, you got a shirt on you?
That's what's
Oh,
up.
nah, they at the house. And I'm like, why you ain't got them on you?
Facts.
You know, have them joints in the trunk. You never know who you going to see out and about.
I seen one picture on IG. It was a picture with you and another gentleman. I think it's his clothing brand. What is it? Every Day's a Wednesday?
Yeah, that's my dog. Yeah.
Okay, so he got his own brand too?
Yeah, it's called Wednesday.
Wednesday, all right.
Every day is Wednesday.
So, like, stuff like that, y'all just linked up, I'm sure, you know what I'm saying? And y'all, like, exchanged, like, merchandise? How that go down?
Actually, I
kicking
just
it.
bought the sweatsuit off of him and pulled up to one of his events he had.
Okay.
He was doing something where you came in, he was having people create their own hats.
Oh, dope.
And then the winner would get, like, a free hat, get it made and stuff like that. But I
Cool.
just pulled up to support.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's big, man. Support your local brands. Support anybody who's pursuing the same
Yeah, I
shit
try
you
to
trying
support
pursue, you
everybody
feel me?
local, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Any current projects you got in the works, man? Any ventures you got going on? Any
Yeah,
new
I'm actually
pieces?
preparing for my summer line. I
Okay.
got socks, shorts, T-shirts, all that coming probably the beginning of June.
Beginning of June.
And that's when my whole summer campaign going to start.
Hell yeah. You got a team, bro, or is it just you?
Just me.
My God.
I wish I had a team, but it's hard to find people as motivated and dedicated as you are, especially when it's your craft. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody going to take this shit as serious as you.
Hey, I was just talking to somebody in the barbershop today. I was explaining them to the T what you just said. You know what I'm saying? Because this is like I value this as my baby, and no one's going to value your baby like you're going to value your baby.
Exactly.
But I still feel as though, like, if you break down the concept to somebody like Charlie did with me, I fully embodied it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, there are people out there.
It's a rare breed, though.
It's very rare.
So it's hard to come across. So I know eventually I'll come across
Mm-hmm.
people that's going to come on board
Yeah.
and come on board for the right reasons and
Right.
not have ulterior motives or anything like that.
That's big, bro.
So, but for now, I just do everything myself.
Okay.
And, like, I got a couple different designers I work with, but I'll pay them. Like, I
Okay.
don't mind paying. So I'll
Yeah.
pay a designer I tell them,
Because you know the job's going to get done, how it should get done. And now
Yeah.
you're relying on someone that they just giving you their word that's not even 100.
Yeah, and, like, going
You know
back
what
to
I'm
the
saying?
drop shipping thing. So I'll get 200 T-shirts made, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll sit in my apartment and fold every shirt, bag every shirt,
Hell yeah.
put the size label on every shirt.
Yeah.
So I'm putting my labor into it.
Right.
I'm putting my blood, sweat, and tears into it.
Shit,
So
man,
I'm
dope.
actually doing that. And then I got 200 T-shirts in a box, and I'm out moving.
Go.
You know what I'm saying? That's
You know
why
what
I'm
I'm
like, there's more respect behind that, I feel like,
Yeah.
than just saying, hey, buy this shirt,
Mhm.
and I ain't never even touched it.
I like how you do more guerrilla marketing. Although you do online marketing, I
Yeah.
think it's amazing that you're out on the streets, pulling up on people. You got the van. You say, you know, I got to let you go, Imp. I got to let you go. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now I got to get this because this is my brand. This is my baby. This is something that's actually going to make me more money and something that I love to do.
And that imp can come back.
Yeah, it could always come
I'll
back.
go get another one.
Exactly. So you did the right way, bruh. We're going to get into current topics and we're just going to keep it moving, all right?
Okay.
Current topic of the day. Well, it's kind of like a week and a half old, but I kind of wanted to touch on it, you know what I'm saying? Because I think it's important. All right?
Okay.
Are you familiar with $1 Million Worth of Game?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite podcasts.
Hell yeah. All right, bet. So Wallow trends over resurfaced interview warning young thug about street life and prison. All right, so I'm going to read the interview.
I seen that joint.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, Wallow be dropping some crazy
gems, bro.
games.
Some gems. The internet is still shaken up about Young Thug's arrest involving his RICO charge, and some of everyone involved with the Atlanta native has been trending online for hours, from Lil Baby, Gunna, Chloe Bailey, and even Wallow, co-host of the podcast $1 Million Worth of Game. The people on Twitter never forget anything, and Wallow's name was trending due to a resurfaced clip warning Young Thug about the street life and his experience in prison. So did you have a chance to check out that interview?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's your thoughts on Wallow's breakdown of Thug?
I think it's pretty accurate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think anything Wallow really says is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I follow him and Gilly, and it's like, man, more people really need to follow and take heed to what Wallow's saying.
Right.
I mean, that's coming from a dude I never been to prison.
Yeah,
but that's coming from a dude who did 20 straight.
Mm-hmm.
So I would believe that the shit he's saying to the youngins isn't, a lie.
Yeah, because he was talking about some youngins came in the joint, and they was tatted up head to toe, you know what I'm saying, and just claiming that they was so street and everything, but they were coming up to him asking for his perspective on certain shit, and he was just like, slow down, y'all doing too much, you know what I'm saying? He had to give that authentic, thorough OG perspective.
Yeah.
And I think that's the opposite of what Thug, Gunna, and all these other, dudes in the industry who are repping the street life or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They're preaching about the wrong things.
Yeah.
Like, that's the difference between them and Nip. Nip was heavily involved in that. Hence, unfortunately.
Yeah, but he didn't, he rapped about it, but he didn't,
He didn't
boast about it, if that makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense, bro. It wasn't like a good thing that he was talking about. It was like a detrimental thing to the community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so
I feel like a lot of youngest, man, they come up now and they mistake what cool is.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because, I grew up in Montgomery Village. I did my fair share of running around, and
Right.
I ain't going to speak on it because I don't know what the statute of limitations are, but I
It's
did
not
my fair
necessary,
share of dirt. So, and I know when I was doing that shit, it was just because I was young, dumb, trying to be cool, this is what's cool, this is what, this is what motherfuckers is doing, all right, bet.
Right.
But it's like, as you get older, you realize, like, that shit's
never been cool, bro.
That shit ain't cool. Like,
That shit's never been cool.
Let's really get some real money, and let's really, like, move strategically.
Right.
And, like, let's really do something for the community and give back and, like, put people in position to win, not put people in position to crash out.
That's crazy. And I think that's cool. You know what I'm saying? All that other shit they talk about, that ain't cool, bro.
Yeah, like, I be putting my mans on the books and shit. Like,
yeah.
I be like, hey, did you read this book? They be like, no, I don't read. I be like, bro, read this book.
Yeah, their mentality.
I be trying to put them on to different little literature and shit. Like,
I do the same shit,
like,
bro.
This joint gonna change your life if you read it. I'm telling you. They be like, I don't want to hear that shit. I'm like,
right.
All right, man. But
sometimes you just gotta let people fall on their own. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
true.
No matter, like, check this out. I've always used this as a reference. Say your friend is drowning, right? And he's a heavy friend. You know what I'm saying? He's drowning, but, like, he can't really swim. So you jump in to try to save him. That's heavy weight. Starts to pull you down. At some point, you got to kind of let go because you probably can't even bring him to the surface.
Yeah.
You got to take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like dead weight. People trying to bring you down when you swimming. You feel me? So that's that. It kind of like reminded me of that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody going to walk the path that they want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What they say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. Nah,
that's a fact. We're going to switch it over, man. Getting close to the end of the segment. This is the part of the segment that everybody loves, called the word of the day. The word of the day is
perennially.
I don't even know how to say that. Perennially. Perennially means constant and persistent or reoccurring, existing in all seasons of the year.
Perennially.
Perennially. Constant and persistent or recurring. Perennially. I don't think I'll ever use that.
I'm about to say, I've never even heard that word before.
Constant and persistent, perennial. Yeah. Because Michelle spends her winters in Australia, She is able to train for triathlons perennially, constant and persistent or recurring, existing in all seasons of the year, perennially.
Yeah, I learned something new today.
For sure. Drop some knowledge real quick. Yo, we want to give a major shout out to King Vision, King RG as always. Shout out to DJ Taiwan. Shout out to Chinky, of course. And we can't forget to shout out my guy, Corey from Ink Slaves. Thank you, bro.
Thank you for having me, man.
Thank you for coming through.
Shout out to Bumi Cult.
For sure. I appreciate that, bro. This is the Bummies Not Buns podcast, season 2, episode number 2. It's been lit. It's been real. It's been cool. It's been a vibe, man. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks on the next episode. Let's go.
Let's get it. Let me talk my shit now. Let me talk my shit.